Order. Village of Bartlett Plan Commission, and November 8th, 2018 at 7:02. Will the Secretary call the roll?
Jim Lemberg. Mark Hopkins.
Here.
Tim Breidenauer.
Here.
John Miasso. Diane Nagel. Austin Hopkins.
Here.
Jack Allen.
Here.
Jerry Callis.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Next item on the agenda is the approval of the October 11th, 2018 minutes.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and second. Is there any further discussion? Secretary, call the roll.
Mark Hopkins.
Yes.
Tim Breidenauer.
Yes.
John Miasso.
Yes.
Austin Hopkins.
Yes.
Jack Allen.
Yes.
Jerry Callis.
Yes.
Jim Lemberg.
Yes.
Okay.
Next item on the agenda, is number 18-21, Southwind Business Park. This will be a preliminary final plat of subdivision. Angela, you want this background?
This property was annexed in 1988 and zoned PD, which is Planned Development District. The petitioner is requesting a preliminary and final plat of subdivision for the 20-acre Southwind Business Park to create 5 lots ranging in size from about 3 acres to 6.5 acres. The Bluff City office building is located on Lot 1, which was approved in the year 2000. And the village staff is working with potential developers for Lot 4 and Lot 2. We're talking to Circle K for Lot 4 and Parkland Prep Academy for Lot 2. An official application has been submitted by Circle K, but at the request of the petitioner, it has been put on hold. Staff has also received an administrative site plan review application for the Parkland Prep Academy, which is currently being reviewed by staff. There are 2 existing curb cuts along Route 25 at Southwind Boulevard and Benchmark Lane, and 1 existing curb cut off of West Bartlett Road, which is Southwind Boulevard as well, all of which will provide primary access to each of the lots. A new curb cut is proposed along West Bartlett Road west of Southwind Boulevard as part of the Circle K development that will provide a through connection south to Benchmark Lane. This new connection would also serve as an ingress-egress easement between lots 4 and 5. And currently, there are no new access points proposed along Route 25, which is under the jurisdiction of IDOT. These parcels will be served by the existing stormwater detention and drainage system currently constructed. Preliminary engineering was approved during the Bartlett Point West subdivision in 2013. And as part of the plan, Southwind Boulevard and Benchmark Lane were constructed and streetlights and sidewalk locations were identified. Each have been installed within the subject property per the plan. To be in compliance with the Public Improvement Completion Agreement, the developer will install a bike path along the south side of West Bartlett Road in accordance with the West Bartlett Corridor Plan. The current plan does show a 15-foot wide bike path easement, which is to be recorded as part of this plat of subdivision, and the bike path will be installed as part of the Circle K development or by December 2019, whichever comes first. As required by the subdivision ordinance, the petitioner will be planting parkway trees along the existing rights-of-way spaced not less than 40 feet to 60 feet apart, which will be installed per lot when they come in for development. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you. As the petitioner here this evening, do you have anything you'd like to add? Can you state your name and address, please?
Dean Kelly, 612 South 5th Street, St. Charles, Illinois. Angela kind of covered it. I'll give you a little bit of an update. So the Circle K, you'll probably see that, I would think, next month. Probably next month. They're about ready to, they had to wait. There was an issue with it's in a Class 3 groundwater zone, which it shouldn't be, and we're in the process of getting it remapped through the IEPA. It wouldn't preclude them from doing a gas station, but they were worried that there might be repercussions down the road. So we'll take care of that, and so they're going to proceed with their approvals, and there are probably 6 or 7 provisions, so that'll be a little bit complicated, but it'll be a gas station, and they're going to ask for some other things as well. We have met with the Kane County a number of times to locate the proposed right-in, right-out on West Bartlett Road. Carl Shadle and his group We've got the geometry figured out, so obviously we have to submit final plans, but they basically approved that, verbally to us. And then the school that Angela mentioned, and that's primarily for autistic and special needs kids, and those are for kids that can't necessarily be served by the local schools, and they're referred by the schools, and the guy, David Russo, that's developing that operates 3 of them currently, and so he's anxious to get in the ground still this year so that he can be open for next fall. And so that's one of the reasons we're doing this now. And then we're also just moving the line for our office building to memorialize the outside storage area that was approved a few months ago. But we're excited. We're finally getting some development going on this quadrant. The developer of the gas station also has a right of first refusal on the lot to the east along West Bartlett. I've seen a couple of concept plans that he's prepared, and I hope he pulls the trigger. It'd be nice to see that going. But, there's some residential across the street in South Elgin that just got approved, some townhouses. And then further west of that, on the west side of the Prairie Path, are 160 single-family homes. So I think with the rooftops, some of this activity, I really think that's going to bode well for us and give us some momentum to finish out this park. I can't believe it's been 20 years. And I was here. So anyway, so I'd be happy to entertain any questions.
Members have any questions?
The curb cut on, between is that between lots 4 and 5?
Yes. So that'll be shared. It'll come in, and then obviously the traffic will go to the right or to the west, to the,
Then a gas station
station.
is proposed for the corner, and they're not
Yes.
going to want any entrance or exit on 25.
They're actually not allowed to have another one. They will be using Benchmark Lane, which will be
Right.
their south.
Benchmark and the south entrance exit.
Correct.
yes.
Any other questions, comments? No. Okay. And I'll be looking for a motion to approve the petitioner's request, subject to the following conditions and findings of fact.
So moved.
Second.
A second. Is there any further discussion? Secretary, call the roll.
Mark Hopkins,
Yes.
Tim Ridenhour,
Yes.
John Miasso,
Yes.
Austin Hopkins.
Yes.
Jack Allen,
Yes.
Jerry Callis.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Sorry to bring you out here. I'm the only one on the agenda, so.
Good luck.
All right.
All right, you're up to you.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, old business, new business. Staff have any old business or new business?
I do not at this time.
Not at this time?
We will be unlocking the doors at 6:40 though, since it's getting colder out. So if you get here a little early, it'll be open.
Okay. Anyone on board have anything? Nothing.
If we close the meeting, anybody that's interested could listen to our bicycle friend, right? Okay.
Okay, if there's no other further official business to be had, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?